Happy Saturday. Fuck, it's not even Saturday. God damn it. Happy Sunday, guys. It's actually a pretty gray day out today, although I am happy to inform it is still barefoot weather, which makes me very happy because I personally hate shoes and socks. I avoid wearing them at all costs. As long as it's warm enough out, I generally stick with the barefoot method. I don't know why I do that. I just like it. This is, it's actually my first day off, full day off since I started school. And I plan on being as productive as humanly possible. I've got a to-do list up in my study room. Definitely looking to check some things off of that today. I have a research project I kind of need to start on. I kind of feel like if I don't start on it, my project manager is probably going to be pretty pissed off at me. She's probably the one person in my life, other than my wife, that I absolutely never want to disappoint. I suppose disappointments have been had, but that has nothing to do with anything right now. So, so if you've been following my Instagram book club, you can follow me on Instagram at November Sierra 902. If you've been following my Instagram book club, I finished my second book. Just to mention, my book club isn't really much of a book club. It actually took me the entire summer to read a fairly small book. I'm just kind of sharing my reading habits with my audience. In the event that somebody needs a suggestion on something to read. That being said, I'm pretty sure that the Fidel Castro book I finished over the summer, I don't think you can really pick that up at, I don't really think you can pick that one up at Kohl's. I actually got that one in Cuba. I actually got my Che Guevara books in Cuba too, so I don't know if you can find them around here. They're good books. I actually have another Che book I have to read as well. It might be my next book. I'm also thinking about maybe cruising into Kohl's and kind of buying a new book today. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But as I was saying, I just finished my second book, and for my second book, I read the Crow graphic novel. I've seen the movie like 1,000 times. I used to have entire parts of that movie committed completely to memory. I probably still have some. The book was pretty good. It wasn't exactly like the movie. Some of the characters were switched up for the movie a little bit as well. It was good though. I did prefer the movie, really only because I really like the way that Brandon Lee played the Eric Draven character. I feel I liked his version of the Eric Draven more so than I liked the Eric Draven in the book. I find that Brandon Lee's version of the character actually had a little more personality to him, I guess. And I just really like the style that the film was shot in. It really added something to the story itself, in my opinion at least. So I would say that I probably prefer the film over the book. But that being said, if anyone's thinking about flipping through that particular graphic novel, I would definitely suggest it. It is a good read. I actually burned through that last night. Took me one night to sit down and read it. But I'm like that with comics. Novel might take me a while to get through, but a graphic novel, a lot of times, once I get started, I really don't want to put it down until I'm finished. Super excited for HalCon next weekend. I was going to take the whole weekend off, but I kind of negotiated with my boss yesterday over the schedule, and I think I'm going to have to work the Sunday night, but that's fine. That doesn't interfere with any of my volunteer shifts, and I should still be able to get a lot of time at the con myself. I might not wind up going on the Sunday now, which means I won't get in the volunteer photo, which means I probably won't go to the volunteer after party, but I mean, it is what it is. I might still try and make it to the after party if I'm out of work early enough. I've also ditched my my cosplay because I was going to do that on the Sunday, so I'm not going to do that, which is fine. I hadn't even started the costume yet, so it would have been a scramble to put it together in the first place, so I guess that is kind of taken off my plate at this point in time. I do have to start my Halloween cosplay though, It's funny, I don't even think of it as a Halloween costume anymore. To me, it's always cosplay now. That's kind of weird. Anyways, I think I'm going to do Danny Rand this year. I did Matt Murdock's Daredevil from the first season of Netflix's Daredevil last year. So I think I'm going to do kind of a Danny Rand. Not exactly like the Marvel Netflix, but I'm going to do like a version of the Iron Fist. I really need to find somebody who's going to be able to put that dragon on my chest. And I might have to shave my chest, which I'm not super happy about. I like keeping it trimmed, but shaving it right down to skin, it can be painful growing back. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a big fan. But I might take one for the team just so I can do pretty authentic cosplay on Halloween. I don't know. We'll see how it goes between now and then. I'm sure if my wife is watching this, she's probably screaming at the screen, "Exfoliate!" Oh my god. Okay, anyways. So I guess the last thing I really wanted to mention is a few years ago, there was a little mishap, and I guess it was a little more than a few years ago now. But there was a mishap, and I lost almost all of my media. Like any TV, movies, and music I had on file on my computer. Long story short, I put it on a backup drive because I was getting ready to switch computers. The backup drive was not mine. It belonged to my brother-in-law, and he had gotten it back without me knowing he had it, and when he was going through the storage, he just found a bunch of unrecognizable files, and he just thought they were old files of his that he didn't need anymore, and he deleted them. And, you know, not a big deal. I'm not pissed at the guy or anything. It is what it is. It was an honest mistake, but I lost like all of my music. So just recently, actually just the other day, I signed up for Spotify, and I've been building a new playlist for myself, which I'm really excited about because I'm really trying to blend old stuff that I really like with new stuff that I'm really into. So I'm almost kind of seeing this as a journey through music. It's almost like I'm really kind of rediscovering music, honestly. So I'm really excited for that. Really excited to put together some really good playlists for myself and whatnot. I really do have a passion for music, so getting back into it is makes me very happy. And on that topic, I definitely want to say that the two albums I'm really into right now is The Weeknd's newest album, Starboy, and Foster the People's newest album, Sacred Heart Club. So if anyone's looking for some new music or needs some new music, those are two really good albums that just came out over the summer. So if you haven't checked them out and it's kind of your style of music, even if it's not your style of music, like I said, they're two great albums. So check them out if you get the chance. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So enjoy your Sunday, even though it is gray. I'm gonna sign off and start being productive for the day. Well, I'm going to start being productive in a minute. Either way, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.